Hey, what's going on, world? It's your boy Boom here, back at it again for This Is 50, man. We got a very special guest today, a brand new artist coming out of Brooklyn. And you know what that means. She definitely coming with, them bars and whatnot. So today we got Lola Brooks in the building. How's it going, Lola?
Nothing much. I can't complain.
For sure, for sure, for sure. How you been doing during this whole quarantine? You got a new song out and everything. You got coming with in the middle of a pandemic, literally. So
I mean, I'm a homebody, so I wasn't really tripping when everybody had to quarantine and stuff like that. But as with music, it is kind of hard to touch with the people more because the only way you can touch with them is through social media. And I know it's like more heartfelt when you get to do shows and actually interact with your fans and stuff like that. So that's the only thing that it takes away.
facts, facts, facts. But now you got your song out, your latest song called My Bop. So explain how that song came together, because a lot of people would be like, well, she's fairly new. I don't even know what she gonna present, but everybody's been talking about her. So how did My Bop come together?
I mean, most likely when I do records, it's kind of like an accident. I don't always have a hook first, so I only had a verse, and then my producer was asking if I had a second verse, and I was telling him, yeah. He was like, "But do you got a hook?" I was like, "Nah, let's find a hook in whatever I just said." Like, I don't know. He like, "Nah, this shit is hard for a verse." So I came back like probably like the next few days, and the last thing I said in the first verse, I said, "I got Tupac in my bop." I was like, "That's the hook." He was like, "All right, so show me what you got." I just laid down the hook and then put in the second verse.
No doubt, no doubt. Now they pretty much gave you the ball and let you shoot with it. Now that's a lot. That's something that doesn't happen a lot for, especially for female artists in hip hop right now. Everybody feels like they know what the consumer wants to hear, but for you, how do you make sure you maintain control of your creativity when it comes to music?
You just can't care. Everything, of course, everything can't just be about you. It got to be about the fans too. But I started rapping off of my real emotions and to express myself, to just get it out. It feels good sometimes when you like talk to yourself, it feels good just to get it out if you're not even talking to somebody. So I had to get my emotions out through music. And when I go in the booth and do records, I just rock the beat. However the flow is, whatever words I make feel sound right with it, it's supposed to be fun. It's not something that you're supposed to just overthink. Just have fun with it.
No doubt, no doubt. So that's basically I guess I would say, how did you come up with your wordplay and your rhyme and your style? Like, because you said you gotta, just be carefree with it. So how did you come up with your style? Who are some people that I guess you could credit for helping you develop your style as far as artists go?
I could say everybody on my camp. I'm the type when I'm in the studio, if I'm in the booth, anybody that's in the studio with me, I gotta hear their opinion because more than likely their opinion matters, or I won't have them. I have them in the lounge and not in the studio session part. So I mean they tell me sometimes, Lola, your mouth is crazy. You got a potty mouth. Relax a little bit, calm down, all right? I'll be like, all right, I got you. And then it be some days when they be like, man, F that, go crazy. So feed off my energy or what type of record it is. So if it's more heartfelt, I try not to have so much of a potty mouth. But if it's some drill shit or just some New York type vibe, I go crazy.
Facts, facts. So you would say when they told you to go crazy was when you put out shitting on me or shitting me.
Shitting me, yeah. Shitting me, they told me I did that. I cut the beat 2 times. The second time, that's when I went crazy because the first time when I cut the beat, they was like, yo, we told you to go crazy. Why you ain't do what you do? Get in your bag. So I went back in and I went crazy to it. But
Facts.
see, me, I'm an artist that however I'm feeling, that's what I'm doing. So I need somebody there to really try to help me structure my music because I just like to rap.
For sure.
But I am. So most likely if they put me in the studio by myself, they gonna be confident.
No doubt, no doubt. And then being from Brooklyn, it comes with a long lineage and a long legacy when it comes to this hip hop thing. So, how do you feel being from that area and having to, every time you deliver a bar, it's a certain a certain um I guess prestige that you must carry with every verse that comes out your mouth. You coming from a
See
place
me,
that
look,
made Biggie, Jay-Z, like
yeah, I have that in the back of my head most of the time. But see, this is the thing. I just recently learned how to record myself. So when I'm doing my verses or whatever it is, I will literally sit there for a good 5 minutes and repeating the same two bars over because one is either I might switch the wordplay. Two, I gotta make them feel it. However I'm coming across with my vocals, I gotta make sure the crowd feel it. So that's why I don't like recording myself because I'm really hard on myself. Really, really hard. I will be sitting in there for a whole day just to finish one song. And then when somebody come in, they sit there and say, why you keep doing this line over? It's perfect. Why you keep no, it's not. I could do it better. I don't like it. I could do it better. That bar was whack. I'm taking that out. Punch me in. Oh man. But it's just a Brooklyn thing. So I always feel like I have to say something that I know nobody would expect to say. So
facts, facts, facts. And then being from Brooklyn, that comes with a unique a unique aggression that you guys deliver in every one of
yes,
your verses.
natural. To help it. So aggressive is it just naturally comes.
No doubt, no doubt. And then being that Brooklyn is known for a lot of legendary MCs, it's not very known for a lot of legendary female MCs to come out of there. So what is that like knowing that you can be one of the first?
You said from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
Females? A lot of female MCs?
I mean, it isn't enough. I'm gonna say that.
Mm.
It not enough. I could say that. I could say that. But I'm definitely trying to be one of them.
Okay, but how many can say they're a legend?
You right. You right. You right. You right. Right. You right.
Facts, facts,
You
facts. But what is that? I mean, how does that feel knowing that you can change all that? You could be the first, or you could be one of the many.
well, Little Kim is the first from Brooklyn. So know what I'm saying? Gotta show love to Little Kim. I'm just trying to be one of them. I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just trying to be one of them. Like I ain't really competing with nobody. I'm just competing with myself.
No doubt, no doubt. And then, I mean, it's cool to compete with yourself, but would you consider female hip hop right now being as popular as it is to be competitive?
Nah, I think it's way popular right now. Well, I was a baby when females was really doing their thing in the rap game. I still grew up around it, but I didn't really get to see the back ends of how I see it now. But I can say as growing up from teenager to young adult, it's definitely popular right now. Definitely.
No doubt, no doubt. And then, like you said, Kim was one of the first, and I'm sure she's an idol like she is to you, like she is to a whole lot of other female MCs and just hip hop, period. And like you said, your camp usually tells you got a potty mouth, but that's what really sells right now. So, do you
That's
ever think, does that ever come into consideration while you creating, or do you just be like, nah, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say and be like, I apologize later?
I'm crazy. But sometimes I just recently learned how to not know when it's good for certain records. Sometimes it don't fit for certain records. So if I'm trying to do a woman empowerment record, I try to like lay low. Or if I'm trying to dedicate the song to the trenches, only time I probably have a potty mouth is probably towards the system or something like that. So it's a certain way you got to use it. And they taught me that it's not how you say it, is what you say. And I'm from Brooklyn, so our filter is kind of a little dirty. So
What filter?
they help.
I ain't got no filter.
Yes, it's so yeah. It needs to be cleaned out. It needs to be cleaned out.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. And then, like I said, I mean, coming in the game during the pandemic, pretty much as a fairly new artist, well, new on a widespread scale. Like, what was it like just seeing your streaming numbers do what they did, like doing 700,000 in on Spotify alone? Like, what was that like? Just seeing that, just knowing people, it's 700,000 people out there listening to your music.
What app? It was one of these apps. I think, is it Spotify, or I think it was Pandora, where it shows you at that very moment somebody's listening to it. I went crazy. I was like, oh my, it was like 7 in the morning, 7, 8 in the morning. I can't remember which one it was, but I was like, oh my God, they listening to me
Mhm.
at 7, 8 in the morning. I never, I never even see myself really going this far with music. I was always into music. It was a hobby, but I'm just grateful for what I could give to my platform and to my fans. So
No doubt, no doubt. Seeing that made you even more hungry to make
it makes
even
me
more
want to
music.
work. Yeah, because I feel like I'm doing it for a cause and not just for me.
Facts, facts, facts. So now that you've experienced 2020 and everything that came with it, like most artists in this game, what has it taught you? Like, what have you learned from this whole year and pandemic and just putting out music and still being relevant as a new artist and just doing numbers streaming wise anyways, and then just keeping maintaining a popularity even through all this, like people can't go outside, we can't do shows, it's
Right.
a whole different landscape right now. So
I feel you have to be patient. Is showing people how to be patient. And then you have to think out of the box. It's not, there's no just getting by now. You really have to be creative and know how to touch your fans, whether you're really a good lyrical artist, or you just um what would they call them? What would they call them? I want to say get by, but if you're a lyrical artist, or you an artist that cater to the culture for
a
the
trending,
club,
are you just
it's
for the
and
trend, are you just
yeah,
for
it's not just music anymore. It's personality, showing appreciation, and just doing things that mean something. And I don't know, doing things that just shows you really taking music seriously, because now it's limit. You have things that's limit.
no doubt, no doubt. And then being that you are, you know, growing an ever popular fan base right now with options, shitting me, and even my bot. Like, have you really thought about your legacy as an artist and what you want to leave?
Sometimes I do think about it. And sometimes I say I don't want to pressure myself too much, because then I probably overlook what's in my face and is gonna stamp for me. So I try not to live through my music days of being a legend, because that's something that's gonna come. That's for the people to decide. I can't decide that. I could just put out the work, and whatever connects is gonna connect.
Facts, facts, facts. And then, what comes with after the popular songs is definitely an album. So I know you're in album mode right now. I know you're even at the early stages, whether creating, experimenting.
Yes,
So what would you say you're experimenting with sonically right now to for the album?
I'm still trying to work on my wordplay and my swag. Most definitely my swag, because I'm from New York and I like for people to hear that I'm from New York. So, and then when they see me in person, I like for them to say, "You this little? That's not you." So I make sure I give that aggression to where it's not scaring people, but it make them want to about my music. But I won't say that while I'm working on my project right now, I'm limiting myself to do certain styles of music or genres, if that's how you want to call it. But I'm trying everything, and I'm just trying to see how creative I can be as an artist and not just an MC.
No doubt, no doubt. And then being an MC, is kind of different from being an artist. So what have you learned how to transition from both, or transition back to either being a MC to an artist and then an artist to an MC? How do you manage to find that balance?
Music is fun, but you still got to study it. You still got to go back and do your research. So that's basically what I do. Like sometimes I still go and watch Smack DVDs and old stuff like that, just so that I can know what was then and what's now, and how to translate it in a different way to where everybody could like bop to it. And that's why I did my bop.
A great song, by the way. Great song, by the way. But a lot of people want to know Lola Brooke's story. So, what is some things you plan on touching on the album that people can prepare for?
My personal life, because I'm more so secretive. I'm very much secretive. So I
What?
tapped in. Yeah, I am really secretive. Like people would ask me certain things, and I'll be like, nah, don't ask me
So would you
that.
say?
You
So would you say the music is your alter ego? You as an artist is your
yeah,
alter ego?
definitely, definitely. But
Definitely.
see, the thing is that I've always expressed myself in music when it comes to being in the trenches, poverty, and single mom, dad deceased, and things like. I've always tapped in on them type of subjects. And when I got with Team 80, I start trying to find other subjects to talk about, even if it's just fantasizing, because I wanted to make it fun, even though I was getting my emotions out. It was like, all right, cool. You finally got your emotions out through the music. Now that you feel good, make everybody else feel good.
Facts, facts, facts. And then working on a project, that's serious. That's like something that will definitely stand the test of times. And then being where we're all going through as a culture right now, do you plan on adding that into your album as far as
As
like
in,
injustice, social injustice, the pandemic in general, just everything as a
see,
female going through?
see, this is the thing. The shit that I've been going through was way before the pandemic. So I don't necessarily blame the pandemic on anything that I got going on. It might have been a little more of a struggle, but I've been going through it's the same thing. So in the Black community, this pandemic is just, we've been feeling it.
We used to.
So yeah, we used to it. So I don't want to make it seem like, oh, because of this pandemic, we've been going through this for years. It has not stopped. It's probably a little worse, but we gonna get by it.
No doubt, no doubt. And then, obviously you got options, shitting me and my bop doing well, but what is the track that you really can't wait for fans to hear from you?
I got this record called Back to Business. I can't wait to drop it. But I gotta make sure I have a video for it. So when I drop the record, I wanna have that video ready. And then I think I'm about to start staying consistent with I first came out with 2017 flow. And I think I did 2018 flow. I skipped 2019, did 2020 flow. I think I'm gonna stay consistent with doing every year, like, cause I'm growing. So you can see the.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna start working on that and see where it goes.
No doubt, no doubt. And like you said, with options shitting on me, I mean shitting me and my bop, I want to ask you, what's your favorite of the three?
Oh man. Oh, I think I like my bop because it's aggressive and I did mad flows. Yeah, I like my bop. That's my shit right there.
Diversity, that's
But
what you.
I go with my bop because I like dancing with it and all that.
Facts, facts. Another thing, I know you have a strong team in Team 80, but one thing I want to ask you about is how does your family support you and feel about you becoming a recording artist?
Man, my mom told me to leave my job. Like for real, for real. She was like, man, just leave. Because it was to a point I had a full-time job. I was residential aid. I was leaving work, going straight to studio. We in studio till like 5 in the morning. I gotta be to work at 8. I'm
In New
looking at
York. The New York
Grilling.
traffic ain't no joke.
I'm looking at everybody in the studio grilling them because I'm like, everybody going home to just go to sleep. And I'm the only one that still got 2 jobs, 9 to 5, and I'm rapping. Oh, I was going crazy. Even my manager was telling me, like, yo, listen, she was trying to hold me down as much as she can. Like, if I wanted to travel and work on music, she'll hold me down if I gotta leave for a good few days. But back to back, she couldn't really keep doing that for me. So
And then how was that as an art? I
my
mean,
mom's was like, leave him. But
how was that being like you said,
like,
like an artist and a full-time employee at the time, but it's like having your own money and then going to just wishing on a star when it comes, hoping this work out.
I'm not gonna lie, I really managed money good. So when I was making money, I didn't even really care too much for it because I was leaving checks at my job like a good 3 weeks or 4 weeks worth of checks. And they kept calling me like, yo, Miss Thomas, you coming to pick up your checks? And I'm like, yeah, I'm coming. So it wasn't even a money situation. It was I couldn't really get into myself as an artist. I knew who I was personally, but as an artist, I couldn't really tap into it because if it's 3 in the morning and I'm in studio, I keep watching the time and I can't really focus on a record because I'm thinking about being energized to go to work for a full 8, 9 hours. So that's why I really left. It was for like more like a sanity thing and mentally.
Facts, facts. And I know being a new artist, you have a lot of fans and aspiring artists that see what you're doing and see how it's working out for you and want to ask those same type of questions. So what would be some advice that you would give to an aspiring artist who is still working a full-time job and still trying to record music, still trying to save, still trying to, make sure this shit works out for them? What would be some advice that you would give them?
I would say it's only gonna get harder. Even when you leave your job, it's gonna get harder. I just had a good support system where I felt comfortable enough to leave. But if I ain't have a support system, I wouldn't have left. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're gonna leave, make sure you have something to go to because, like I said, it gets harder. And try to stay level-headed, balance it out if you can. Some people could do it, some people can't.
Facts, facts, facts. And then how can you what are some things you do to, refresh your creativity?
I go outside. I got like yeah, I have to see. I gotta have a lot of visions going on around me, and that's what makes me create better.
No doubt, no doubt. I would lastly be like, what can we expect from your album? I mean, we got my
Yeah,
pop, we got options, we got shit in me. So we know you can definitely bring that charismatic, humorous, dance ready flow. But what can we expect from the album? And what do you have an album title? Is what I would ask too.
Little Big Mama.
Makes perfect sense. That's a little Kim
Little Big.
reference.
That she's Big Mama.
She was
I'm
little big
little.
mama.
She's Big Mama. If she was Little Big Mama then, she's Big Mama now because she already got her feet wet and she did her thing. Like she did her shit. So now I'm Little Big Mama and I'm coming up. She already made her stamp.
Facts.
So I'm trying to catch up.
Facts.
But on a project, of course it's gonna be a New York vibe. You're gonna hear some gangster shit, but it's gonna be some real shit. Um, it's gonna. I definitely got a record on there that's woman empowerment. So I'm dedicating to the women as well, and it's just about Little Big Mama. So if you want to know more about me, then when people listen to that project, body of work is gonna be crazy.
Facts, facts. Everybody needs to know about Lola Brooke right now. The beast from the east, the little mama, definitely doing her
Right.
thing on these bars. So I guess I would say lastly, if you could say your favorite line, what would it be? From you, not from anybody else, from you. Your favorite line.
I don't think I got one.
You gotta have one.
I don't think I have a favorite line. I don't know, like something positive.
No, just your favorite verse. Period.
Oh, shit me. Yeah, that's my favorite line. Shit me. You ask me, what is something positive that you want to feed to the
Oh
people?
no, we ain't here for that. We ain't here for that.
Boys, kidding me?
Oh, okay. And then being that this is 50, we gotta ask you your favorite 50 Cent moment. Either song, favorite 50 Cent moment, line, whatever.
Winks, Winks, let me tell you something. I was probably 7 years old or maybe 6 when Winkster came out. And that was the first time I ever fell in love with hip hop. Like for real. And I was like, damn, I think I might want to be a rapper when I get older. Like I like it a lot.
No doubt, no doubt. And look what happened. Look what happened.
Word, that's crazy,
You
right?
spoke it into existence at 7 years old. You spoke it into existence.
That's crazy.
No doubt, no doubt. So do you have an ideal date of when Lil Big Mama comes out?
See, right now, I'm just trying to build. And when I feel like the people is demanding, they could have I gotta get my fan base to like go
700,000
crazy.
streams. You already got people demanding it.
Nah, they see, this is the thing. It's different when they rocking with you, and then they like, nah, we want to hear more. You know, you got some records where people say, oh, this is a good record. All right. And then some people that say, this record fire, you got more? I need that.
Facts, 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 facts. Well, we definitely look forward to your new album or your debut album when it comes out. And we want to appreciate you for being the strong black woman that you are and bringing that heat, bringing that aggression,
Appreciate that.
Bringing that Brooklyn to the masses. You know,
You know
picking
the
up the
vibe.
torch and running with it. So we definitely want to appreciate you for that. And we look forward to all the new music that you have coming out after my bop. And for those that don't know, make sure you go check out Lola Brooke's new song, My Bop, her latest song, My Bop, and make sure you go hit up Options and Shitting Me. So
Shimmy, respectfully.
no doubt, no doubt. So like I said, this is 50, man. We got Lola Brooks in the building. Make sure you follow her everywhere. Hey, and we out here. Peace.